Hello everybody, it's Charlie again, and I'm currently playing Uncharted 4, A Thieves End. And this is by far one of my favorite games, and I kind of just wanted to do a review on it in 2025 since I went ahead and I beat it again on my own time while I was doing other videos as well. Because I couldn't help it. You know, once you start playing this game, you keep going, and I'll explain it to you why you should basically play this game in 2025. Other than that, let's get into it. Hope you guys enjoy. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another replay review. I am currently playing here, as you can see, Uncharted 4, the fourth game in an amazing series of games that I recommend. Obviously, this game is really awesome. As you can see, I start off with a brawl. This happens towards the beginning of the game, but the fighting mechanics have improved by the time this game came out, and it blew me away. The first time I played it on PS4, and obviously I finished it on PS4, and yeah, it was great. But on PS5, it's even better, guys. So if you have never played this game, or even if you played it back in the day, you should play it again. This game will change your mind about action-adventure games, and you'll wonder why games don't look as good anymore. Or sometimes they don't, sometimes they do, right? Because it still holds up to this day. Now, the characters here have kind of like brought out their personalities. They have their own way of behaving. They have their own habits, and you kind of like enjoy them to the point that they became part of your, I guess, life in general when you're playing video games. And this guy, Nathan Drake here, is amazing, right? Like, I think Nolan North plays Nathan Drake. Great voice actor, by the way. And it's just, the sarcasm and everything is hilarious. These guys are treasure hunters, so of course you collect treasures. And these are some of the treasures I've collected. I have a lot to collect, obviously. Just so you've run through the game more than once, right? It's one of those games that it's not too long, and everything about it is fun. So it just combines everything you love about video games in one, right? And it's the first game to show this, like, not the fourth game, but the series in general. From the first game to the fourth, it evolves, you know, as you play, and you get so used to this type of stuff. Obviously, it's inspired from Indiana Jones, from the Indiana Jones movies, that is, because there was no Indiana Jones games that was worth it at the time. But I was always waiting for an Indiana Jones type of game, and this one brought that out, right? Anyways, climbing in this game, it's also the accessibility as well. So the gameplay is spectacular, guys. That's one of the best things about this game. And you'll notice that the gunplay and gameplay, as well as climbing, it's sort of parkourish in a way, but it's very easy to control. Anybody can get into it and enjoy this game. As you can see here in the clip, where I'm just climbing through real quick and it's going 100 miles per hour because I'm trying to be not spotted by the bad guys. Obviously, I'm using some stealth, and yes, you can knock people off ledges. So there's quite a bit of hand-to-hand combat. He's more of a brawler, guys. I don't know if you saw it in the first clip. Obviously, he's not really a martial artist. But, you know, so it gives you that Indiana Jones stuff, since Indiana Jones really wasn't a martial artist. He was just an archaeologist that was good at combat. And he explored, you know, he was a treasure hunter, really. But Nathan is very different from the Indiana Jones character in a lot of ways, but also very similar. So you really like this character in general. And he does have some allies that accompany him. He's not by himself. And that makes the dynamic even more fun. With the voice acting, the gameplay, and you combine those things together, along with a great amount of like action, right, and intensity. But it's hard to explain, right, because it's not really, it's violent, but it's not violent in like a gory way. You know what I'm saying? It's like fun for the whole family, really. And yeah, I would recommend this game to anybody. And right here are some of the graphics options: fidelity, the performance, and performance plus. Fidelity here is what I'm using in the clips, which is, you know, 4K at 40 FPS if you have 120 hertz display. And then performance, I believe, is 1440p at 60. And then you have performance plus is 1080p at 120. And yeah, it feels smooth as crap. All the modes work really well, and they feel smooth, so it doesn't matter, whatever you guys prefer. I just wanted to showcase a little bit of the graphicalness of the game. And also, when you use 120 hertz, depending on your display, you might not be able to use HDR, so that's part of the reason. But as you can see here, insane set pieces of stunts going on. You know, he's being just pulled around by this thing, and you can see the mud physics and everything. It's a very impressive game, guys. You know, from the moment you start the game to the end, you're gonna be interested. You're gonna feel like it's a lot of intense fun. As you can see here, some of the shooting mechanics and aim mechanics that work really well. That's another thing. The control scheme is tight, okay? And also, he makes comments what he's doing it because he gets nervous. You know, he's a human. But while he's doing these stunts, he's not gonna not put humor into it because, I mean, you need humor in these situations. I mean, otherwise you'd be freaking out the whole time, right? But yeah, imagine all your favorite action movies in one game while you're treasure hunting, while you're enjoying everything about the graphics in general and the physics, and it combines amazing cinematics all while the action is going on in such a way that it's simultaneous. It's like the way they did this is very amazing. Obviously, the company that made this game is called Naughty Dog. If you guys aren't aware, they made the Crash Bandicoot games originally. I don't think they make Crash Bandicoot anymore. I think it's Activision now. But regardless, this is, in my opinion, the pinnacle of the gaming experience for Naughty Dog. I just love the Uncharted series, and Uncharted 4, I think, knocked it out of the park, guys. There's just so much nice things about this game that I can't even explain, aside from all the stuff that I already mentioned. But guys, think about this. So I think that this game deserves a 10 out of 10. It didn't break my skill because it's an older game. There's still limitations, and obviously it's not a fully open world game. And not that that's bad, because this game does not have to be open world. But there's a few things I wish they would have added or included into this game. It being the last game. I don't know if it's ultimately going to be the last. They kind of left it open for a 5th game. But yeah, I think this game is a 10 out of 10, guys. I do obviously give my rating halfway through the video, but I decided to let you guys know. But we're going to continue on here. The effects for the water particles, you know, the reflections, and all this stuff that you graphics people love, it's in here. Even though this game came out in 2016, it feels like it came out recently, okay? Especially on PS5 when you play, you're gonna be like, wow, this is truly spectacular. And with all the choices in the graphical modes, you can't go wrong, guys. I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean, you're gonna enjoy the experience in every way possible, along with the smoothness of it, right? Anyways, over here is game modifiers, guys. You could play a pixelated version of the game with different filters and different options. Like, you could add weapons that are not normally in there. As you can see, I have the points to buy some of this stuff, and then add it whenever you want. If you do it, you have to do it with in-game, but then it'll restart the level, I guess, overall. Here's some of the skins for each of the characters that you will eventually discover who they are and everything. I do recommend playing from the first game, but yeah, as you can see here, more stunts, more amazing action set pieces of the intensity of the action. This game became so popular that the Tomb Raider games changed their whole control scheme to basically copy this game. Now, Tomb Raider was before these games, but the gameplay for Tomb Raider in the PlayStation 1 time was never this good, okay? So you could tell that they inspired each other in so many ways, right? But I think the better of the two is still Uncharted. It's hard to explain. Now, don't get me wrong, the newer Tomb Raider trilogy is pretty amazing, but these games, guys, these games will blow you away, trust me. For those of you who never tried it, or maybe you don't own a PlayStation, I get it, but I'm sure some of these, or pretty much all of them are on PC now, so if you have a PC, there you go. Anyways, there, I almost died. Boom, crazy set piece, you know, intensity. Back to cinematics. There's calm situations in the game where you get to know the characters a little more. They give you more exposition on each other. You know, part of the story, I'm not going to spoil it. Even though some of these scenes are pretty intense, there's a lot. You know, there's 22 chapters, guys, so you have a lot to play regardless. And this game is old enough that maybe it doesn't matter if I spoil some of the stuff, but I really don't want to, because I think that if you've never tried this, you're missing out. That's genuinely how I feel about this, okay? This is by far one of the greatest games you're ever going to play. And yeah, get cracking, get to it. There's obviously a platinum for this that I don't have, because the platinum for these Uncharted games is no joke. Eventually I'll try to get one at a time. Some people think part 2 is the best game, some people think this one is. Everybody has their favorite, but I can guarantee you Uncharted 4 will not disappoint in any way. What else would I say? Well, there's other things, right? This is a more retired version of this character. You know, he's a little bit older, a little bit wiser, and stuff like that, which is cool. There's also puzzles. The puzzles return. There's not that many of them in this version of the game, or in this game, as far as I know. I've only played a few puzzles. They're not that difficult, guys. And you have this notebook to help you, you know, figure them out. He writes stuff down as you go around. Make sure you look around a bit. It's very important for the clues and stuff. So there's a little bit of that too. A little bit of everything. There is open areas like this as well that are breathtakingly beautiful, that I recommend you explore and check out, because you may enjoy them. You know, there's a little bit of looking around. Don't get me wrong, it's not an open world game, but it's a semi-linear game, right? So there's areas that you're gonna be like, wow, this is actually bigger than I thought, right? But you're pretty much gonna know where to go. You know, you gotta follow the action, basically. I may missed quite a few things about this game, but this game is really straightforward. Jump into the action, have yourselves a good time, get through the story. There's not really any side missions or anything. I guess finding treasure would be the side mission, so look in crevices and other areas. But yeah, guys, it was a joy to play through this game once again on my own time. I may do a full playlist. I think I have a couple of videos in this game, and also it does have a multiplayer. I don't know if it still works, but it was fun playing the multiplayer. I played it a few times with my friend, and yeah, I might recommend that as well. But anyways, guys, yeah, 10 out of 10. Uncharted 4, totally worth it. We've reached the end here. Roll credits as usual. And yeah, it was good going back. Very nostalgic for me, you know. And it didn't come out that long ago, let's be honest. But if now that I think about it, 2016 was a while ago. But yeah, man, definitely try it out. 10 out of 10, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe when you get a chance. And like I always say, go game.